This might have been the weirdest year in NHL history, and we're gonna rank the strangest moments.
Yes, he's coming.
Starting with no more Ice Girls? Yeah, you heard that right. Most teams have done away with the Ice Girls due to fan complaints. The Boston Bruins retired their girls in 2016. Chicago discontinued their squad in 2021. And shortly after, Carolina replaced theirs with the co-ed Canes crew. Luckily, the Golden Knights have doubled down. They even hold auditions like they're trying to compete with the Dallas Cowboys. The Sharks might also want to hold some auditions, because they've had a rough go at things the past couple of seasons. It's been so bad that one fan decided to take matters into his own hands.
Anything I've seen on the video that proves that definitively.
Yeah, I mean, you can see both his pads are behind the red line.
Hey, at least the man's trying, which is more than the Sharks front office can say. Let's check in on a former first overall pick, Austin Matthews.
He's out of his crease, he's swimming a little bit there, he loses his stick, he grabs Matthews all in one motion. Matthews says, what the heck? He grabs the goalie stick.
Matthews had a difficult season, going from 69 goals last season to just 33 this year. Sure, he dealt with a mysterious nagging injury, but I think the real issue may have been his stick. Fighting isn't intrinsically weird, but when an all-out brawl happens on a team bench in a playoff game, that's definitely not normal.
On top of both of them.
Wow.
And control has been lost here in Montreal.
There's really nothing quite like playoff hockey at the Bell Center in Montreal. And check out Tom Wilson's over-the-top crying meme reaction. It's ironic that the Capitals have a TikTok patch on their jersey because this clip was a viral hit. But what happened at the Leafs game was pure chaos. In the middle of the action, a fan jumped clean over the glass and landed on the ice wearing nothing but his green suit. He was banned from every NHL arena, but he said he got his money's worth. But hey, at least the fan knew he was being penalized because Dmitry Voronkov had no idea.
Columbus number 10 received a 10-minute misconduct. They have a minor penalty for an illegal player, and number 10 for Columbus is still removed from the hockey game.
You have to love Voronkov just taking instruction, not asking a follow-up, and then just going about his business. That kind of sums up every job I had in high school. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Ain't that right, Mason Marchand?
To get up, his stick breaks. He goes back down to the ice. Marchand was.
All right, let's move on from that. What did the interrupting cannon say during a YouTube video about
Younger, faster during the offseason. Gets you every time here in Columbus.
that damn cannon has been scaring players, announcers, coaches, fans, and everyone in between for years. But still, it's not even the worst thing about visiting Columbus. Columbus might not be a preferred destination in the NHL, but hey, it's not Buffalo. Let's check on Rob Ray and his thoughts about living there.
It's 4-0. The opening period, and Razor just took another one.
This was the second time in as many seasons that the veteran broadcaster and former tough guy was hit with a puck between the benches. I'd argue it's time to start wearing a helmet, but that melon has taken so many punches that his brain has got to be scrambled. Oh, rats, is what Ray should have said. It's also what Brad Marchand has been experiencing every game since being traded to the Florida Panthers.
Shape, and there we go, and Nate Schmidt dings Brad Marchand with the rat. And what has become a little tradition that they have here going.
This is all too appropriate. The Rat King getting plastic rats fired at him by the team with fans who famously throw these things on the ice. And it clearly worked, with Florida gnawing through the competition to win its second consecutive Stanley Cup. Did I already mention how miserable the Buffalo Sabres are? Let's explore a little further.
Yeah,
Give him the puck.
Give him the puck.
Give him the puck.
Sabres throw it away, and this is going to maybe go into the net, off the boards. Oh my goodness, it did.
If you have to be good to be lucky, then you must be truly awful to be this unlucky. Buffalo isn't the first team to score an own goal on a delayed penalty, but they managed to do it worse than any team before them. There's so much weird about this next clip that I don't even know where to begin.
Can you see? Oh my God.
Dudes be like, don't disrespect the anthem, and then go and perform it on the bongos in front of thousands of people. I would have expected like some country version in Nashville, but the bongos from an old bald white dude? Maybe next time someone can use his head for the bongos. But believe it or not, that wasn't the weirdest rendition of the national anthem this season. If an old dude playing the bongos in Nashville is out of the ordinary, then what do you call ladies from a Korean senior center performing the anthem with harmonicas? It's better that I don't answer that. Fighting is one of the most unique and entertaining aspects of hockey, but doesn't it get tiring seeing two guys square up in the same manner every time? Simon Benoit has an answer for that.
Wow! That's a follow-up, isn't it?
Dude was clearly watching too much Roman Reigns WWE highlights with the way he was quick to break out that Superman punch. Wait till he breaks out the spear next season. Tom Wilson, fighter, underrated goal scorer, and Mouthguard police?
Once again, taking Sebastian Aho's mouthpiece out of his mouth.
A lot of people hate on Wilson, but you gotta respect the pettiness here. So many players these days treat mouthguards as a chew toy rather than a piece of protective equipment. Despite that last clip, hockey players for the most part can be mature, respectful, and honorable. Sometimes to a fault.
Waving off the ref there.
Tatar.
No, Tatar gets his stick up, but it hits the visor. See him saying, no, I'm fine.
Kudos to Brady Tkachuk for waving off a penalty. I would say he was saving face, but that's an impossible job with a mug that resembles Sloth from the Goonies. But it wasn't all bad for the Sabres last season. I mean, it mostly was, but even some of their best moments were weird and somewhat embarrassing.
The wall takes Thompson off the bar. It's there for McLeod, and his stick is snapped in half.
Ryan McLeod will certainly always remember his first career hat trick, especially considering he only shot the puck into the net twice. Buffalo didn't even have a shot on goal in the entire period before being gifted an empty netter. The doorbell camera is a great security feature and has also given us some hilarious moments. But nobody expects NHL players to show up on camera with the biggest prize in hockey, the Stanley Cup.
Coming out or what? Yes, he's coming.
Throw your legs on. Dog out here.
And that's just what Alexander Barkov and his Florida Panthers teammates did after finishing off the Edmonton Oilers for back-to-back titles. Rivalries make hockey exciting, and there was no greater rivalry this season than the one between Brad Marchand and TNT broadcaster Paul Bissonnette.
Include a Turkish hair transplant. You're looking a little less thin up top. It looks great.
Is it? No, but I just try to look like those guys that beat the wheels off you the other day.
There's truly no filter between these two, but it's all in good fun. With Marchand staying in Florida for another 6 years and likely continuing to torture Biz Nasty's Maple Leafs, expect this tradition to continue. Another tradition that will continue, despite the best efforts of Panthers coach Paul Maurice, is coaches joining the handshake line after a hard-fought playoff series.
An animated discussion at the end of the game. Was that just the handshake line?
Yeah, that's all it was. Okay. And it's a personal belief, and I really appreciate what he did.
It's hard to throw shade at Maurice, who's now guided the Panthers to back-to-back Stanley Cups. But his head got so big in these playoffs that he thought he could start changing traditions. I'd like to see a new tradition where the Stanley Cup doesn't have to involve a team from Florida.